Yeah. So we're hoping to explore the Delve rules today, which is an expansion on the base rules of Ironsworn, um, and has to do with kind of dungeon delving, more or less.
We've also implemented the failure system because we do that a lot.
Because we suck.
Because we like to learn.
Yes.
Because we like to learn, exactly. Also, I just want that free XP. But it's basically a little track that lets us keep track of every time we fail, which will be good for all of us. And then eventually you can cash it in for XP. So, hey, it's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah.
Eventually. All right. So I think we need to drum up a site to delve into.
Yeah.
Which means we get to explore all the fun delve rules and stuff. So, first things first, we need to discover a site which involves picking a theme and a domain, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So if you all go into your journal, you should see a character called Rockfield Mine. We can edit the site there. So that we all have it and we're working on in the same place.
Cool.
Sweet.
All right. So, I think let's see, discover a site. We could roll for it, but that doesn't really make sense because we kind of already know what it is.
Well,
so
the domain should probably be mine or cavern.
Mine probably.
Mine. I mean, because we specifically, it's called a mine.
Because they mine things there.
The big thing is what we want the theme to be.
We could roll for theme. That might be fun.
Oh, I did.
No,
okay.
We already did.
Corrupted.
It's corrupted. Let's see. Yeah, our options are ancient, corrupted, fortified, hollowed, haunted, infested, ravaged, and wild.
And corrupted, the little places. In the rules, the little thing on corrupted says this place is tainted by dark magic.
So we think, I don't know what that makes.
Hashtag a pillar?
What if Mercury is the opposite of iron? So it's magic and
anti-magic?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So do we, and that attracts dark forces?
Who knows?
Or just corrupts magical things.
Yeah, okay, corrupts magical things.
Which is basically Magni.
I do not want to go into this mine.
Well, do people, I guess the question would be, do people know that Quicksilver does that? Or do they not really? I mean, because we already said people don't really believe in magic.
I've never been around Quicksilver before.
Okay, well, we can worry about that later.
Okay, so we have theme, corrupted, domain mine. Next, we need to give the site a rank. The book recommends formidable, which I think sounds okay. Formidable, basically, when you track, an area is progress or ticks. So, the dungeon is laid out, it'll have, or the mine will have, a map that relates to our progress through it. And formidable is 1 progress per area, which I think seems pretty good. What do you guys?
Yeah, I was going to say formidable or dangerous, depending on how much time we want to spend on it.
I like formidable.
Okay.
Right.
Maybe it'll give us a chance to experiment with failure.
Oh, I'm sure. Positive that'll happen eventually.
All right. And then we need to choose denizens is the, I think, last step. So we need to, let's see, I have the book up on the stream. But we need to consider who might dwell in this place and what foes you might face. Those are the denizens. And we don't have to fill out the entire denizens matrix, but we should fill out some of it, especially like the more common. So we have very common, common, uncommon, rare, and unforeseen are the different.
How specific is this? Like, would it be like a miner who went insane from mercury, or like Phil, the 32-year-old baker's son, who?
I think it can be either.
I think it can be either. So
yeah, they mention you can have like a really specific NPC that people could meet, or you can just put in like rats.
Bats.
Yeah, bats. Yep. Evil, horrible bats.
The example, they have an infested barrow and they have like a trog is very common. What is a trog? I don't know. Bone walkers, blight hounds, nightmare spiders, and haunt. Is like they filled out 5 of them and left the rest blank.
Okay, well let's copy and paste those 5 and then spruce it up a little.
I was gonna say, it definitely feels like it should be horrors more so if it's like a corrupted place. That or like crazed Ironlanders.
Corrupted, or like it could just also be. I think it's more likely that instead of encountering a horror, it'd be like, yeah, there's just a trog that lives there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a trog, I'm just imagining is like a troglodyte.
Probably.
Yeah, I think they're like weird underground wolfy humanoid things. I think
sounds great.
What does it say? Let's run to it.
I thought there was like a nature one. Was that trog?
They're the cool. There's cool like forest giants, and then there's the trogs.
I'm surprised
which are
Logan
not
hasn't
good.
lobbied for a troll.
Trogs. They're warm-blooded reptilian
troll
animals
that lives down there. Like, what if it's a nega troll? Like, it's instead of a pillar, it has its quicksilver.
That could be unforeseen.
Cool.
A nega troll.
An anti-troll.
They live underground. I don't know. They're like
anti-troll.
weird.
They can never touch a real troll, or else they just obliterate themselves.
It's like a dark troll.
Yeah.
Trolls have luminescent
lion.
scaled hides.
I do like cave lion.
Cave lion?
Yeah.
They're formidable. We could stick
I feel like
them
it
in
should
like
be
uncommon.
Normal things are pretty common, and then like as we get up to uncommon, that's when we get our spooky ooky things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'll put cave lion in a common slot.
Yes.
And like rats or bats.
Like vermin would be very common. Probably.
What did we fight marsh rats before? Are there like
We did. They're deep rats, which is the same idea. Or we could fight nightmare spiders, which that sounds fun, of course.
Ooh,
okay, let's
there's
put
a
nightmare
chitter.
spider in
Probably
uncommon.
Uncommon, yeah.
And there's something called a chitter, which I think is another kind of insect.
Oh, I love it.
They're not necessarily
What did you call the
aggressive, but they're
deep
bad.
rat?
Deep rat.
Deep rat, yeah. It's an underground version of a marsh rat.
Yeah, it's like a marsh rat, but it has like a more in tune understanding with things.
Uh-huh.
It tried to get a philosophy
Yeah.
degree, but
It lives
it
in a
had
mine.
to.
Hipster rat? Does it have does it wear plaid?
Okay, so we have
It's really into French New Wave cinema.
rat,
Cinema.
deep rat, very common. Cave lion, common. Nightmare spider, uncommon. Sarah, did you have one?
Oh, the chitter, but they're not necessarily bad, Sean said.
They're not necessarily
That's okay.
aggressive. Yeah,
Yeah, but
not
they're
all
like
denizens have to
Big
be
insects.
evil.
Okay,
Or
I'll put them
aggressive.
in a do you want common or uncommon slot? What do you think for them?
I kind of like them being
Common is fine.
common.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, we're like whacking a rat and then a chitter comes along and we're like, oh.
And we should get a rare one too.
Ooh, I think we should do an iron racked beast
Ooh.
Ugh.
as a.
But should we make it
uncommon
a
or
quicksilver
rare.
It'd be a
racked
quicksilver
beast?
rat beast.
Yeah, I know, but we'll use the framework of
Yep.
because
Okay.
it brings up this idea of like iron blight, where things can become corrupted and slowly like transform into iron. But we can do
And
that
I
with
think
quicksilver too.
maybe one of those, but like also a miner that was like lost down there. And so
yeah.
they're like conscious, but they're just insane, like Mad
Okay.
Hatter.
Yorg.
Yorg the Lost
How does
One.
that look? Evka is unforeseen.
Evka is always unforeseen.
Evka has
We just
like a
include him in
2% chance.
every delve
Every Evka is
as
like
the
Gollum.
unforeseen.
It's good. This way we don't have to put like a dragon there. We can just put Evka.
Or we could put, what is it, Marg the troll.
Oh yeah, Mark.
Mongo?
Mongo.
Oh my god, get
I was
out.
like, Marge.
I couldn't remember.
Too much divinity.
Too much.
Big Marge? No. Okay.
She could be unforeseen too. Okay. That
Awesome.
looks good.
Malia.
All right. Let me make it back up to the Delve rules.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a modified journey, I guess, too. With like Delve the Depths being sort of your workhorse.
Yep.
Action.
All right. So we chose denizens. Great. Now we need to envision the scene. What does this look like?
Do we think this mine is in the town or is it outside the town?
I think it must be a little ways away.
I think my mental image of this is that there's like this mountain just kind of opens up like past the town. So you're in the town and it's kind of rocky and then mountains go up either side and then there's just like a cave entrance like through the town and down.
Okay. Because they
Because that mine, and then that pillar's like standing outside of where like the mine entrance is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they still mine
Just
other,
not
like
from this
regular
cave.
things, but I guess this one's been abandoned.
Like this level of the mine, or like this half of the mine.
And maybe they're like, maybe we have to go deeper in the mine than they normally would to find Cinnabar, but they're like, yeah, that's definitely what you need.
Mm-hmm.
And yet again, they're probably like, no one goes down there. Like they know, like they did with the basilisks. Oh, we don't know what happened to the caravan; just disappeared.
Watch out for Evka down there.
We'll get these free wardens to just clear out this cave for us real fast.
Yeah, they're like, it'll be fine. Get the cinnabar.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think they rarely make the journey themselves to come and get it, unless they really need it.
So my big question is, do we need supply?
No.
Well,
Because that would be a whole other
resupply.
iron vow in order to get supply.
Yeah.
That's what we're on right now, Sarah.
I'm sorry. It's just
We don't. None of the things really lose supply unless you take a specific action.
Yeah,
Okay.
we should be
And we
fine.
cannot gain supply because we have that
Unprepared.
specific.
okay, if we
unprepared
wanted to roll
condition.
check an item though, that's supply.
Yeah, and then you could just roll +0. So
Okay.
Yeah, I would argue either you shouldn't do it, or or if that one can cost you supply, but if you're missing something, you take the damage in a different stat instead. So if you did do it and fail, you could take spirit or health.
How much
As
of
the
that do I have
consequence.
anyway?
I like the idea. I don't know if this is in the rules, but I feel like we should each go around. Like we do, Abby comes up with an area, and the rest of us three like encounter that area, and like your character's just on the backstage, and then like we go to Sarah,
that's cool.
and the same thing, and we just keep going around that way.
Yeah,
That way, it's like the others are kept on their toes, and we can come up with it as we go.
sure.
Okay, yeah, sounds good to me. So we think the cave system starts out pretty normal, right?
Yeah, I imagine it's pretty heavily like worn rock from people going in there, and there's the sound of like mining axes like going against stone because like they're still actively mining.
Right.
This is their job.
We kind of pass
And
people.
there's maybe like a mine cart track and we see like somebody pushing a minecart up with some ore or something. But as we trek farther down, it just becomes like more and more abandoned, and there's like spider webs some places that we see that have like fallen to tatters, and
Right.
it's just
What was
musty.
that warden's name? Reese. The ghost of Reese is like, deeper, deeper.
And then like some old dude is like, "Where are you going?"
No one goes that deep into the mine.
And comes back out the same.
How many abandoned minecarts are we gonna find down there? Is
So
the real
many.
question.
There's probably like maybe we see like a statue of a dude and we're like,
Oh, great. He died before he could get the cinnabar. All right.
Yeah.
So, who,
Before we jump in, I want to go through the delve moves just so we're all acquainted with all of them. So there's discover a site, which is what we'll have to do first. Is it a roll? No, it's not a roll. It's just give it a rank and set a theme. So we don't actually have to roll anything for discover a site. We already did that. There's
We're
delve the
delving.
depths, which is when you traverse an area within a perilous site, you envision your surroundings and then consider your approach. If you navigate this area with haste, you roll edge. With stealth or trickery, roll shadow. Or with observation, intuition, or expertise, you roll plus wits. And then based on how that goes, you roll on another table maybe. There's also find an opportunity, which is triggered with a strong hit on delve the depths. And it gives you... you roll on this D100 table and it gives you different things that could represent your opportunities. There's reveal a danger, which is triggered by other rolls as well. And then there's check your gear, which is what Sarah was talking about. We actually can't do it because we don't have at least +1 supply. So we have to get by with what we have already.
So I
make it work
imagine,
somehow.
one of us will, what is it called? Envision
Yeah.
the surroundings, and then the others will delve the depths, and then based on that, we'll either just get straight through it or encounter something.
Yep.
Okay.
Do we want the person imagining the scene to roll for delve the depths, or should that be somebody else?
I think it should be somebody else.
Yeah, the other
Okay.
characters can choose how they're going
Perfect.
to approach it.
Yeah, but the envisioner can then roll on these other tables that make
The,
it more interesting,
find
like the
an
consequence
opportunity.
tables. Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good
Yep,
to me.
Sounds good to me too. And then the progress move is locate your objective. So when we get far enough up on our progress track that we want to find the cinnabar, actually, we can roll locate your objective. But a miss is really bad, like a miss on all other progress rolls. So we need to be real careful.
Hey, we're
But
all
this
about that
ti-
failure now.
But now we can get two ticks on our failure track. Learning from failure track.
And then when we leave the site, when you flee or withdraw from a site, then you have to roll escape the depths. And that's it.
And is that you can do that at any point to get out, or is that when you're done with it, you have to use?
Yeah,
that
you
to get
can
out?
do that. You have to use it when you're done with it to get out. And you can also do it at any point if you want to leave. But if you leave before you're finished, then you lose progress on the site.
But it's kind of nice because you can always try again and you have
Yeah.
previous
It's like an
progress.
escape rope.
Yeah. If you absolutely need to.
And
leave.
then the book reminds you that other moves are also good. So we can enter the fray still. We can make camp if we need to. We can use compel in
do that.
situations. Face danger will come up a lot, I imagine. So yeah, it's all the same moves plus some. So,
Okay.
Logan, since you had the envisioning idea, do you want to start?
Do
We
you want to
choose
do it
you.
because you know the delve rules more than me?
Do
Because
I?
you know them to any amount.
Okay, sure.
Someone's been slacking on his homework.
I'll do it first. I think it's what I described before, right? It just you reach a point where you stop hearing the metal on metal sound, chinking from down the cave way, and like you progress farther down, and maybe the walls are kind of moist with like liquid, and some you can hear dripping, and it smells kind of like musty. And there's maybe some like spider webs here and there that you can see that don't really look like there's active spiders. They've just were at some point. And that's the area, and it's dark. Like there's no there up higher up there were torches like in sconces every now and then, so you could kind of see where you were going. But now it's just dark and weaves into the depths.
And just to
Okay.
recap, we have somewhat of a sense of urgency because
Sean is
Cindyr
turning into a statue.
needs the Cinnabar too, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, eventually. Well, we need the
threat
supplies.
Threat level.
We need the Cinnabar to kill the basilisk, to get the supplies, to bring back to
Supplies.
the city, to fix Cindyr and fix ourselves.
And to
To
search.
to then sojourn to get supplies so that we can continue on our journey
To
to get to this place.
And then we swallowed a fly.
Okay.
It's
I mean,
it's great.
I don't think we're really trying to hide from something, and I don't know if we're like really moving all that quick, but I think
Yeah,
we
I
would
could-
just like
Wits, just like
observe, just make sure we know what we're walking into.
Mm-hmm. Start with like a wits delve.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And so only one of us does this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who's on the lookout?
I can do it. I've got pretty okay.
it's like I'm
wits.
turning to stone anyway.
I'm turning to
vulnerable.
stone anyways. Who cares? I'll start the first leg, and then the rest of y'all can figure it out once I succumb to my illness. All right, wits, no modifiers. Oh, look at
Ooh.
that! Yay, a miss to start.
Do you want to burn momentum?
Do I want to
For a
burn
weak
momentum?
hit.
For
So-
for a weak hit.
To
Which
recap
lets
your
us-
options, a weak hit would let you roll on this weak hit result table.
This fun table.
Yep. Or a miss, you reveal a danger.
We could just go right into danger.
Dangerous.
Let's just burn momentum, I guess. Might as well
All right.
burn it
so
for that weak hit.
You were progressing with wits, so I'll roll a d100.
Which is great because it goes to 0.
29 is mark progress and reveal a danger. So I guess we can mark progress there.
Okay. And reveal a danger is
Reveal
a move.
danger is a move.
So we got
Okay. Do
one
you want to do that one,
progress.
Abby?
Yeah, I got it.
This is your area.
57.
Check
the
your domain card.
card.
I think you can also like actually click the die to do the move, and then it'll tell us exactly what it is.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying. Like,
No, yeah, I'll do that in the
There's a
future.
die.
I was instead of clicking this move thing to pull it off of sites, I was just rolling based on the book because I had that pulled up too. But we need a switch anyway, so let's see. Do they have the sites in here?
I think you have to be under themes and domains, and then you can look.
Okay, so we're checking the domain, which is mine.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, here we go.
Cramped? No.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
It's gonna be dangerous.
Even. Letting.
So where it looks like it's
66.
No danger at all.
yeah. Okay. So we revealed the danger was 37. So you just look at the domain mine, and 37 is
Oh, I see.
unstable platforms or architecture.
Okay. That makes sense. I understand. Okay, cool.
okay, I do understand now. It's like, why does it start at 21? What?
Yeah. So if you that's features, so that's different.
Yep.
So since we're revealing a danger, you have to look under the danger one. I know they added a bunch of extra Oracle stuff, which is cool, but a little confusing at first.
All right, so unstable platforms are architecture. So I imagine you're all progressing down here. You probably have a torch or something to light the way. And then you hear, like, maybe Haleth is, like, poking stuff with her staff.
I would never do that. Just banging things as I go.
Or you're using it as a walking stick and, like, walking along, and then you hit, like, a loose rock and you kind of hear it tumble in front of you down the cave. And then you hear more tumbling behind you, and there's, like, a rock slide coming.
Oh!
Just a casual rock slide.
Casual rock slide.
To start us off. Feel a deep rumbling in the depths.
I feel like you guys are in front of me.
It's very Indiana Jones.
Pick you both up, and I'm like, get out of the way! Which, with Magni may or may not be effective. I drag Magni with one arm.
Magni and someone who's turning to stone.
Very heavy people. Really great. Did Boar come with us?
Haleth, do you want to face danger with Iron?
Sure.
Boar always comes with me, unless it's into a
Boar's
basilisk
here
nest.
too. I trust him to move quickly, though.
With those animal senses.
Hey, nice.
Strong hit.
I push you guys up to the ceiling.
I imagine you just push them out of the way and you see a little side passage. I'm duck into that and watch the rocks kind of tumble by.
And it's stuff.
Cool. You also get 1 momentum.
Momentum, what is that? Great.
Okay, so I guess, does that mean we've gone through that area?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're in the next area.
I was gonna say, yeah, so I guess we make our way past, kind of pick our way past the rubble of that little rock slide.
We relight the torch.
Yeah. And then Sarah, take it away. We get to envision the next area.
Okay.
What do our minds have in store for us?
So you guys light the torch yet again. And the stone seems to start absorbing the light. Before it was reflecting off of the water, but now the torch does not seem to be making as much light. And maybe the walls are kind of just absorbing what light there is. Exactly. And you guys are definitely going to feel a drop in temperature as you're going down. It's going to get colder, and maybe tendrils of condensation, fog, noxious gas, we don't know, swirl around our feet.
Sarah's not allowed to do this anymore because I don't like it at all.
Let's make sure we wave the torch in those fumes just to make sure they're not flammable.
Yeah. There you go. Haleth would do it.
All right, who wants to delve next?
I can do that.
Okay.
I imagine it's sort of much the same, just a little more cautious this time without, clanking our broken blades all over the floor.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Are you going to use wits again?
I think I will.
Okay.
Oh my god.
We
hit. That's as good as I can do.
Hit.
Okay.
Hey, look how low those rolls are, though. All around.
All around. Just awful rolls.
All right, so we need a D100.
So you can...
Should I do the D1?
Yeah.
I have to do
I don't think this one is rollable.
You can roll it, yeah.
Oh, really?
For
how?
Find an opportunity or reveal a danger?
No, but it's not reveal a danger. It's a separate table.
This does it. The bottom, it says reveal a danger alt. That rolls the D100 for it.
All right. Well, do we just want to use that
except
one?
that doesn't work because...
I don't think that's it.
No, that doesn't work.
All right.
Yeah,
we'll
we
do
can
it this
just
way.
roll a d100 separately.
Ah, dang.
So
We want to use the
low-tech.
thing. 85.
85 on wits is take both mark progress and find an opportunity. So pretty good.
Sweet. And I will roll find an opportunity for you
Yep.
guys.
Mm-hmm.
You locate a secure area.
Hmm.
So I'm imagining you going through like it's gotten really narrow and cold, but you see like as you go through, it opens and you kind of see like a platform that has like above the fog. And you can see that there's like another, you can go steps up into like a higher cave.
Like what they had built when they used it as a mine?
Mhm.
Correct.
Okay.
All right, and Logan, because you did the delving, you get to choose. You can gain insight or prepare, take 1 momentum, or take an action now. You and any allies may make a move, not a progress move, which directly leverages the opportunity. When you do, add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit. So that's cool because all of us can benefit from it if you can, like, come up with an action that makes
I
sense.
was gonna say like maybe resupply, but I don't think we can gain supply if we're
can't.
unprepared.
Yeah.
We can't gain any supply now. So it could be secure an advantage, though. Like anyone could do secure an
Okay.
advantage. It just has to make sense.
Okay, I think I'll secure an advantage. By once we get up there and like I'll get up there first, and once you guys are like helping each other up, I'll be like looking around. Maybe there's a crate with some like some old supplies in it. And I'll take a gander through that and see what what comes up.
Good luck.
Hey!
Ooh, strong hit.
Nice.
So I think there's like
Maybe a map of the Mayans or something?
I'm thinking like maybe they have I don't know, like mining helmets of sorts, so we don't have to have like an open
Oh.
flame or a torch or something like that. But it might just be like a candle inside a helmet, so that we have all of our hands free, and we can't be like put into the darkness.
Or maybe like old lanterns, like that you can just put on your hip or something instead of a candle helmet.
I want a candle on my head, but that's fine. We'll
What
use
about
lanterns.
mushrooms? We're forgetting the dusk ball solution to this, which is phosphorus.
Glowing mushrooms?
Yes, glowing mushrooms. So I think,
and there's
I
still
guess-
like a bit of oil in the lanterns, maybe.
I guess I'm gonna chalk that into momentum, maybe.
Yeah,
How that
so
works.
yeah, I mean, so you get the secure an advantage bonus as well as 1 momentum from the find an opportunity.
Yep.
So I get a total of 3 momentum.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god,
You're rich.
that's crazy.
Well, you did succeed at 2 actions, which is pretty good for us in a row.
I just have no idea what this means. I've never done this before. Okay, and then I guess you all sort of scamper your way up, and then I'm just like, here, lantern, and I like put it onto you, sort of forcibly, and then I take that torch and just blow it out.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So now
4
we have some
little lights.
hands-free light.
Perfect.
Do you want to do the next one, Sean?
It's your turn.
Oh, I guess our discords are probably in different orders.
Oh, I don't know
That's
who's
fine. Okay, yeah, I can do it.
To me, it's your turn.
So, once we get up there, the platforms, they're a little damp, they bend and bow a little more than you would like. And they go out through this cavernous area, and as you're walking across, you can see that the floor just drops away, and this is actually a sort of a bridge built over a giant dark cavern. And it's very rickety, and you don't know if these cold and wet beams are going to support the weight of all of us. as we go across.
Okay.
I love that so much.
That wasn't even what I had in mind when I started that sentence, but then I was like, well, I can't add another thing onto that, so we'll just spruce this up a bit.
I trust Sindir to take us across with haste.
Oh, we're the one that makes it harder. All right.
Solana's like, I choose you to run across this bridge.
Sure. Why
We
not?
send Asa. We send Asa in front.
I will delve the depths with edge, and I will try to nimbly and quickly lead us across. Weak hit.
Nice.
Okay, it's better than nothing.
51. So
Oh.
you make it across. You mark progress. You sprint across, and none of the... It's actually quite sturdy construction, so you ran across, but it seemed to support your weight just fine, and everybody
It was
else
fine.
manages to get over. Yeah.
I was just very nervous, anxious.
Yeah.
All
As
right.
you should be.
I feel
As I
like
should be.
We're starting to get like spooked. We're like, we don't like
Yeah, I
this
think this is when we
place.
start to like hear weird noises. Like it was pretty quiet and like you just expect it. It's a cavern, so honestly you're hoping it's going to be quiet. And then I think once we get across this bridge, the sort of mine shafts I think look less like man-made and start to look more like naturally found cave systems, and you start to hear little like clicking and clacking in the darkness, as well as sort of like skittering, scratching noises that kind of just resonate from the depths. And I think this kind of leg it's filled with a lot of like stalagmites and stalactites. So there's just shadows being cast everywhere. So it's very hard to like focus on what, at the edge of your vision, things seem to be shifting and moving when you're not looking. So anything could be hiding around the corner. Who's gonna lead?
I'll lead this one. I'll just keep an eye out, kind of lead everybody along. Try to direct our lantern light like narrowly so that it's not just everywhere lit up, but just like where we are going and need to see. Are we with wits? Strong hit.
Strong hit, nice.
Strong hit with
Ooh, that was a
1 on
lucky.
the action die.
You have a +3 to wits?
Yeah.
Oh, moly. I didn't know that. All right. So
yeah, go ahead.
you get to mark progress and find an opportunity. So let's roll on find an opportunity. A clue
Ooh.
offers insight or direction. Okay. Let's see. I think you maybe as you kind of make your way past some of these stalactites and stalagmites, you see like just Solana specifically sees just like this hint of color at the edge of her vision on one of the walls, and kind of like going over, you see just the tiniest little vein of red sort of substance, and you're like, that looks like the cinnabar that we need. So you're on the right track. There's definitely got to be more of it somewhere. This is obviously not nearly enough to be anything, but if there's a little bit, then there's probably a lot somewhere else.
Yep.
So you definitely know you're on the right track. And because y'all are finding an opportunity, once again, you can just take momentum, or you could try and do another action to get a +1, 2. And anyone can take an action, of course, since it relates. So skittering in the background.
Skitter.
Do some ASMR real quick.
It's like the opposite of ASMR.
Bad ASMR.
Creepy ASMR.
I think I will try to secure an advantage for whoever's leading the next one. By kind of like analyzing this little spot and seeing if I can track like where the vein is headed through the cave wall. That'll be with wits also. I think I get +1 to it.
Yes.
Nice.
Wow.
Ooh,
Good
girl.
job, Solana.
We're gonna start getting cocky.
We're gonna get into
We
a
should
fight
just
and they're
delve
all
all the
gonna be
time.
wrong.
And I get +1 momentum on a hit, so I'll add that. And then I'll give the +1 to the next move, to whoever makes the next move. By like guiding our way along there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I think that brings us back to you for an area.
So, let's see. There's like a feature table, right?
Yeah.
Let's do one of those. That seems fun.
I don't know if it has a. Does it have a role?
No, I'll do it here. Ooh. 7's not even an option.
For a mine? Oh, it's not.
I don't think Corrupted has, like, none of the themes have features, right?
Yeah, it does.
Oh.
7 for a theme is strange environmental disturbances.
Ooh. Okay.
Fun.
Just what we love.
So maybe, oh, this is cool. So you, like, head down where the cinnabar was leading, and, like, Solana points the way. And kind of, like, guides you guys along for a little bit. And you reach this, like, huge cavernous underground lake where, like, the top of the lake is kind of, like, bioluminescent and glowing, like, blue-green. Like, there's, like, algae or something that's glowing a little bit. And there's just, like, this faint light emanating in the whole cave system, like, that appears to be coming from nowhere. And maybe there's, like, a tiny little canoe or something, like, just sitting, like, in the entrance to the lake, and it's really weird.
No more canoes, no more kayaks.
It's not a gondola. So
I'm having flashbacks to episode
To the
1.
water rats.
To marsh rats. So does it look like the only way across is with the boat?
Yeah.
We have to take the boat.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like Haleth is like, it's gonna be fine, guys. I'm gonna quickly get us across, like, you know, double speed.
Double
Ahead.
speed in the boat.
Yeah. Like 2-armed rowing. So I will delve and do it. Abby, did I get +1 from that, or is
Yeah,
that
you get
leftover?
+1. If you're going fast, you should roll edge.
Yeah. Roll that edge though. +1, please. Let's do it. Weak
Okay,
hit.
weak hit.
Not bad.
Not
Oops, that's a d20. 54 on edge is mark progress. So you are like booking it across this underground lake. And you two as you're sitting in the boat, and Halus kind of like paddling us to the opposite shore. You can see like the glowing green on the top, and then like a little bit of glowing red, like wherever the bottom of the lake is. Like that's just like snaking towards the other side.
Always a good sign.
Not creepy at all.
Not creepy at all.
Cool. So is it my turn for the
Yeah.
next? Okay. So we get to the other side of this lake, and there's not a beach. There's just a rusted iron ladder that we have to climb up about 300 feet to...
This is the worst mine ever. Worst, most convoluted access
Possibly
to
get anything out of here.
Quicksilver ever.
I
Like
didn't
a
make the
joke
rules.
they play on people who come to the village. You're like, oh yeah, there's some quicksilver down there. Just go find it.
Yeah, you know,
You should
rescue our
listen to that
caravan
old
from
man.
basilisks. Yeah, so that's it. Love you guys. Who wants to go first?
I think I'm the heaviest, so I should climb up, and if it supports me, then it can support you two, no
Yeah,
problem.
that makes sense.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. And
So
we just tied Boar with a rope to your back. or
Boar
something.
can climb ladders, okay?
He's
He
a
is
very
talented
well
boy.
expert,
trained.
yeah.
Good
But
boy.
I think I'm a little spooked, so I'm going to
He's
try
just
and do
over
this.
your shoulders.
I'm going to try and do this quietly. Yes, he's over my shoulders. I'm carrying him up. I'm going to try and do this with stealth.
Oh.
You can hear more sounds, yeah, in the darkness. We'll see.
Oh.
There's this classic Logan challenge dice.
This is what I was missing.
All right, so
Mark your
Sarah,
failure
you
track.
need to roll on reveal
One
a
tick.
danger, or I can if you want me to.
I'll do it. Reveal that danger, though. Check
Check
the
the-
theme card.
Corrupted.
12.
Mystic runes or markings.
Oh.
Oh, no, that's a danger. Never mind.
No, yeah. we need-
Dungeons corrupted by dark magic.
Oh!
So now I think we need to roll on the
Fun.
denizen table,
Uh-huh.
right? So another D100.
Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Come on.
20 is deep,
Deep
rats.
rats.
So they're
Just some
obvious.
deep rats.
They're obviously rat climbing deep rats, so
Mhm.
they can, you know, travel in all directions. So-
They've got 4-wheel drive.
They got
These are
more than-
all-terrain
they got, like,
rats, okay?
They've got like gecko pads on their
Yeah.
on their paws,
Oh,
so you
wow.
can hear. You know, you don't hear them scritchy scratchy like regular rats
Hear them
necessarily.
suctioning to the wall.
Oh, I don't.
No,
like
they're
this at
silent.
all.
You just see the gleam of
Oh.
their little red eyes in the light of your lanterns as they swarm.
From, like, are they coming down the shaft, or are they, like, chasing us up? Or are they, like,
think
coming
they're
out of
coming-
a crevice at us?
I think they're coming out of a crevice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't disturb the ceiling though, because there's definitely bats up there.
How big are these rats? They're corrupted by dark magic, right?
There are ROUSs.
Yeah, I think that's fair. We have bad luck with rats. Boar-sized rats.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean they're big.
That's what an
they're
ROUS is sized like.
Yeah.
basically. Okay, let's look.
Sean's fact checking. for
They're
us.
only considered troublesome normally. They're
These
just
are-
say oversized.
Yeah.
Well, I think it makes sense to just sort of, like, battle these rats.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah.
I can't outsmart them. I'm not going to trigger befuddle them. I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna overpower them. So, like, they're coming out of, like, this crevice, and, like, I'm there, and, like, I think I just drop Boar onto whoever's below me. I'm saying, like,
We were going one at a time, so you're up by yourself.
yeah, well, then I'll drop Boar down to you.
Haleth is like, I got you, baby.
Oh, you guys aren't on the ladder?
No.
No.
I think you're on the ladder. So
We're down
I'm
on
just
the
gonna
ladder.
start grabbing
Logan
these rats by
uses
the
this
scuff and
method.
chucking them behind me, so they're falling down onto you. But depending how high up I am, they might die on impact or turn into a shadow wisp and then dissipate.
Mm-hmm.
Falling into the lake.
Yeah, but I'm not really gonna. I'm just gonna overpower them, not fight them. Just sort of chuck them out of our way.
Yep. Okay.
So I'm gonna battle with iron. And I don't think any of my assets apply to battle.
Probably not.
I just...
Do you want me to secure an advantage for you?
I already
late.
rolled.
Oh,
So, on
I
a weak
got-
hit, you achieve your objective, so you do successfully get rid of the rats on your
Onto
side.
you. On my side.
But then
The way is clear. The rear is not.
And pay the price, yeah. So
So
maybe you get,
pay-
bit up by them or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You lose momentum because your hand is bloody, and you can't climb
Can I
quickly.
take health damage instead?
Yeah.
You can do that
Do whatever
too.
you
I
want.
think, what, they're troublesome, so it's 2.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I endure harm.
Yep.
Troublesome's only 1, actually.
Okay.
Oh, you're
I think it
They're
might
fine.
actually make more sense for, instead of me taking the harm, what if the consequence is Boar endures harm from being cut by Haylett power far down? I just dropped him.
Sure, yeah.
So then companion endure harm.
It's him falling. That's him falling. Poor puppy.
I don't... What is it? I'm gonna roll companion health. Oh my god, somebody...
Oh. It's not
What
a
is
complication,
this
but
roll?
it is a
Look
miss.
at the worst possible.
With worst possible.
Oh wait, well,
Wow.
I don't understand why it's just a 1. Because Boar's health is 4. It wouldn't have changed, but
I don't know.
whatever.
Oh gosh, 2
It's still a
10s for your
miss.
challenge die.
Just it's par for the course, really.
Yeah.
Great. So what happens on a miss? Suffer
You
1.
suffer -1 momentum.
Uh-huh.
And that's it.
Oh, perfect. No, if you miss
If
a
your
roll with a
companion's health
1,
had been 0, they would be dead.
Yeah, but he's not at 0, right?
He's at full health, yes.
wait, okay, but if you miss a roll with a 1 on your action die and your companion's health is 0, it's not perfect. Great.
Yep.
Done. I don't know why I even bother rolling in this game.
But maybe Boar passed out from the stress.
No, he's fearsome.
Okay, he's fearsome and totally fine.
I think he actually bit you on the way down.
Oh, thanks!
Mark another failure.
Oh, thanks, Sean.
You have 2 now. Look,
I have 2.
you're so far ahead of us.
I know, wow. So expected, really. Thank you for that ladder, Sarah. I think it's my turn.
You're welcome. So we follow you up, and we get to the top, and...
Yeah. I'll help.
Do we get to the top? I don't know if we get to the top.
All right.
I think that as you're climbing this ladder, somehow, so Magni climbs way up top, and he's out of sight. And so now it is Cindy climbing the ladder first.
This is going to be a 4-step process of each of us climbing up individually.
No, but this way that it's not me encountering my own thing. You
Yeah.
guys are all climbing up.
Mm.
And the ladder gets to the point where the wall just sort of, it's it's getting darker and darker and darker, but your light's not really reflecting off of the rock. And then you're still climbing along, and then all of a sudden you look out and you can see that the rock isn't really even rock anymore. It's just shadow, and this ladder is actually just standing by itself in the middle of nothing. And you realize that gravity's not pulling you down anymore, but you're now on top of the ladder. Like, it's pulling you. Ladder, you're here, like, gravity's going that way.
Oh.
Into the ladder.
Yeah, so it's like either the ladder bent, and, like, it was so subtle, but now you're on top of the ladder, or something funky's happening.
So it feels like a rail almost now that we're walking on like a mine shaft rail.
But you're still climbing.
Crawling-ish.
Crawling.
Okay, I don't even care.
My dog was hurt. This is payback for your sister.
You made it. You made it fine, so I'm trusting that this is the right way to go.
Yeah. Did I?
I guess I'll roll since I got singled out for this one.
Yeah.
And I'll use wits to go with my intuition. I'm trusting.
Which is just get the hell out of this place.
Just get to the end of this ladder and figure it out. All right. So we'll delve intuition and wits. What is that?
Why did Haleth's
Haleth
character
open?
sheet just open?
I don't know. It happened to me too. Roll that real quick. Strong
I don't
hit.
know.
Take that.
Nice.
All right.
So
we get progress and find an opportunity.
Nice.
okay.
You're welcome, Logan.
Oh, cool.
Okay. So you're climbing up on this ladder and you just are like, this is weird, but I'm going to keep going. And eventually you're now like climbing down the ladder head first. So it's been like this big arc. And now it's back down to like where you can see stone, like you're back normal. A history or nature of this place is revealed. I think that by the time when you get down here, you can tell that there's like gashes in the stone with just like faint residue of this red material. So this is where they were mining at some point. There's none right here, but like this is.
It's almost like
it was a functional
depleted
mine.
vein.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So, I get a bonus.
Yeah.
Do I want to take an action? Or I want to prepare for momentum. I think I'll just prepare. Take +1 momentum. Kind of study the residue, the cinnabar. Make sure. Seems like we're on the right path. Call to the others to get them over the edge. I guess I see Magni just chilling.
Yeah. He's there.
Say, Haleth's got your dog. Don't worry. He's coming. We got him. Good job with those rats. Okay. Let's see. I think I'm going to roll for our next area. Or did anyone else want to do an action?
No, I just feel like you hear Haleth's wheezing as she carries this dog. She's
For this large dog.
This fat bastard.
Don't let him hear you say that. All right. So I think I'm just going to roll for a feature. See if we can get anything fun. 37 for mine, which is cramped tunnels. Okay, cool. So I think, you see this depleted vein, and once everyone's grouped together and kind of looking around with their lanterns, you can see that there's definitely a lot of evidence. You can even see like a little track leading into kind of a small little mine shaft. But after like 15 feet, you can see it actually caved in. And so that was probably the way they normally went. But you see there's another track that sort of shifts over to the leftern side, and this one looks like the first one looks like it was meant for major traffic or foot traffic, along with sort of any carts or anything. But the second one looks like it was only meant for carts and supplies, potentially, or like an air shaft, even too, to some extent. So it's pretty much like 4 feet tall tops, about it's probably like 4x4 ish, and it is dark, and all you can see is sort of the glint of the metal tracks, the rusted. I guess they're not very glinty. They're pretty rusted, but the tracks leading forward into the darkness.
Is there a cart?
You don't see a cart now.
Sarah just wants all modes of transportation.
She's like, how can I make haste?
I think Solana will just like take some of the oil that we have left over from the lanterns, and like maybe there was a couple extra vials, and like kind of grease down like all the parts of everybody that she thinks like will be hard to fit through. She's like, okay, that ladder was really weird. We just gotta go. Busting our way.
She's buttering us up before she burns us alive, toasts us, and rolls us over.
Spa day. Treatment.
So I'm gonna do edge, which is gonna be great.
Just put us on a slide and push. It goes
Goes downhill.
It's not a complication, it's just reveal the danger.
It's just a miss. Alright, so we need to...
Ooh, I get to
feel.
check my failure track.
Yeah. Check that failure.
It's not as fun as it sounds.
I know. Well, it's harder to get than I was originally remembered because it's only 1 tick. But 41. Check our domain card. So for mine, ooh, fun.
Oh no.
So you remember all those vapors that were coming up earlier?
You're welcome.
You didn't really notice because it was very faint and they were actually sticking really low to the ground, so nothing was happening. But as you're going through this one pocket, you can see the vapors are slowly rising up from little cracks and vents. And at first, it's just kind of around like your hands and knees and stuff but then slowly it's rising and rising and rising. And Boar is like immediately like starts whining and moaning and like looks bad because he's lowered to the ground and is kind of like inhaling it. And you quickly realize you're pretty sure this is like sulfurous poisonous gas. Mm-hmm. So how will you get through?
It makes
Sulfur's
sense.
Not flammable, is it? I don't want things to explode by accident.
Okay,
not sulfur. It's just poisonous.
No. Sulfur's great though because you know what cinnabar is. It's mercury and sulfur together. So
wow, the chemistry.
So we just have to explode this tunnel.
So you're just gonna die because you all have lit lanterns.
Mad, or we're
oiled up, ready.
We're all oiled up, greased up.
Gotta protect our skin from that sulfur.
All right, Haleth takes her flail out.
Where is this possibly going?
Stick with me, okay?
She's gonna create a whirlwind. I knew it. She's gonna create a fan. Which is not how that works at all.
Shut up, Sean.
You should just blow really hard, Sarah. Use those lungs. Like Gimli from Lord of the Rings.
I hold my breath, but no, we're gonna get a fan.
Well, you'd have to turn out the light. You'd have to turn off your...
Yeah, we do have to turn out the lamps.
If it's actually sulfur, I'm going to say you see, like, a small pocket of it, like, burst into flames. But not the whole thing.
Well...
It could be present in quantities above the flammability point. And then
yeah, if there's low enough oxygen that we can't breathe, then maybe it won't combust.
I mean, it's not that you can't breathe.
No, but we
I think it would get to that point.
Yeah. Where are we at on the diagram, Sean?
My fan.
Y'all just need a...
My fan.
Where are we at on the flammable?
I know what you mean, but I hate you. Okay, someone needs to do something.
I thought Sarah was making a fan.
Are we letting me do that? Are we letting me do
It
that?
could work.
It could work. It
Thanks,
could go
guys.
wrong, but it could also work.
I'll let you make a fan. It's a fantasy world.
It's a fantasy world.
It's a wind flail.
Yeah, exactly.
This is actually a rarity that you're wielding.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I took a rarity from Avaru I had no idea about. And I don't know. What do we think, edge or iron? For
Well, are you
face
trying to go
danger.
What are
fast
you-
enough, or are you
Fry-
trying to keep it going long enough that we can get through?
I think edge for agility, maybe?
I think I'm going for.
Are you an
fast enough.
expert in making a wind flail?
Have you ever done this before?
No comment.
I feel like there's so very little faith in me right now.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what you gotta roll those dice. The dice
I'm
make
gonna
it
roll.
true or
I'm
not.
gonna roll the dice, and we're gonna just see. I think it's gonna be great.
Hey, that's not awful.
The fan works, but you hit the edge and like start creating sparks all around, and it just
It's just little explosions.
Thanks, Boo.
Okay, so you
okay, we
are
hit.
delayed. So you can suffer 1 momentum, you can endure harm, endure stress, and you can't sacrifice the supplies.
There's no supply to sacrifice.
it might make sense that it just
I think harm.
you're
Yeah,
tired.
like getting tired. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's tiring, and I'm sure you're also getting trace fumes. So
My sturdy constitution. Okay. And I have to move endure harm, huh?
Yep.
I'm just imagining y'all crawling through this, and Payless in the front just spinning around.
Thanks, Boo. Miss.
Oh, you suffer -1 momentum.
Dun, dun, dun.
Your health's not at 0, right?
No,
Okay, good.
but I never hold momentum, so I'm gonna stay at 3 momentum forever. All right.
Is it back to me?
Yeah. We can take a quick break if we wanted, or we can press it.
It's a really long cavern that we have to
It's a
traverse.
very long mine.
It was very deep.
Can't hear
You're
you, Logan.
muted.
How is it ever economically feasible to mine this? I don't know.
It wasn't. That's why they left. Actually,
it
I
used
did just
normal.
explain there was another passageway, but it obviously caved in. So maybe there was a more reasonable way.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was reasonable. And, then
And
it
we
became
found the
corrupted.
unreasonable way.
Nobody
Mhm.
thought of a wind flail before.
Maybe the sulfurous fumes were not there when they were first made. They did say this part was abandoned for a reason.
And they didn't tell us that reason.
Nope.
I don't want cramped tunnels again.
Ooh,
Well,
roll
re-roll.
again.
I am. Roll 20 is so slow because there's so many people in it right now.
Cluttered
Cluttered
storage.
storage.
What does that mean? In the
You
context
find
of
like
a
an
mine.
old supply room. Or an old supply area.
Yeah, I imagine. What are our
The
denizens?
junk room.
We are going through like a supply tunnel specifically.
That's not where the denizens are. So maybe there's like you come across a table and like a little setup that used to be used as like maybe a miner's break room or something, right? So there's like used tools or broken tools that were like ready to be fixed and they just never were gotten to. And then there's just like this crude paper that's like sketched on in blood and like basically nonsense. And it's just like all over this
Pickaxe.
table. There's like papers everywhere with just nonsense written on them. And you can tell like it was something wrote this thinking it meant something. It's not just like scribbles, but it doesn't mean anything to you.
Magni can't read, so he looks at
yeah.
it and thinks it means something.
So you come across this like break room kind of area, and then the tunnel kind of continues down, and you can just see like pieces of these papers that are ripped off, like continuing down the tunnel the way you need to go.
Does it look like? Do some of them look fresh? Or do they all look really old?
You can gather information.
I don't want to do that.
I'll do that if you don't want to, or I can help you do that. I am a blood expert.
You can't read.
Yes, but I can tell you how fresh the blood is. When you go to troll wannabe school, you have to take a class on the different stages of blood drying on paper.
That makes
It's
sense.
like yeah.
On paper.
Okay.
On any various surfaces.
Yes, yeah. Paper comes after wood, but before stone.
I'll gather information. Did you want to secure an advantage for me?
I never give up an opportunity to roll and fail, Sean.
I don't know. You were pretty mad the other day.
And will I do this with...
Do I need you to secure an advantage for me?
Too late.
Oh! Okay.
Hashtag
Mark that track, Logan.
perfect.
Pay the price. So I think Sindir goes up and you're like you grabbing some of these papers, and Magni's like, I know about blood, let me help you. And you're like grabbing these papers off the ground, and like you drop one of them, and it like as soon as you drop these pieces, they kind of just like melt into darkness and like disappear into the floor and like are gone.
Okay.
Like, you drop a piece and it does that, and then you can see, like, down the tunnel, pieces start disappearing, too. It's like a chain reaction kind of thing.
It's a trap.
Sindir, like, drops all of it. He's like, I'm not touching this anymore. And, like, stepping away. Let's go. I'm done. Let's get out of here. I'll lead.
Maybe it leaves the blood writing still in the stone, though, so there's no paper, but there's still, like, blood ahead of you down the tunnel. That's cool.
I'll lead that way with Edge, because I want to go
So
quickly.
cool.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Sindir does not think it's cool.
I mean, some of us can just take our time to smell the dried blood, but not all of us are turning into statues.
Weak hit. Okay.
We roll so many 10s on the challenge.
We roll
What
a
were you
lot.
doing, Edge?
Edge. Mark
47.
progress.
Mark progress.
All
So you
right.
just continue down this way, and at some point, the paper pieces, blood writing stuff, like, disappears and stops existing. And maybe you find, like, a dead miner where, like, you can see dried blood kind of leaked out of him, and that's it. Like, he's just dead on the side, and just kind of walk past him, and he, like, it's, yeah.
Just skirt around him. Like, yikes. Don't want that to happen. So we're
Okay.
at 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
We could do like one more, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Last time we had 8, we failed,
I
I
know,
think.
it was
That
bad.
is true. But what's the chances of happening again? Our rolls have been so good, Sean. There's no way we could fail.
You know, that's
You've
what
already failed 3
that's
times.
That's what I thought when I rolled end the fight last time, and you know, didn't go well. Okay, so are we to my scene?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna need an oracle.
Hopefully it's not another ladder.
Oh, I read that as scared, and I was like, yes, we
Sacred creature. Since this is a corrupted place, So we walk to the end, and we start to see a light at the end of the tunnel.
Don't
Both
go into the
literal
light.
and metaphorical. It is an unhealthy red glow, and it seems to be emanating from, a large mass of like mushroom. And it's not just emanating light, it's like a pulsing light, like a heartbeat light situation. And yeah, I would say you're in a bigger room and you can see cinnabar all over the walls and like large amounts of like mining rubble on the floor, and like in the corner there's just this like presence fungal mass beating red, the same color as the cinnabar.
Cinder's just like, I don't like that.
No, we gotta find another place to get our cinnabar.
I'm
Not
not
this
mining
one.
cinnabar
Not this
underneath the pulsing mushroom. I'm gonna pretend I did not see that.
Maybe there's just like the slightest eerie noise, like a keening noise in the air that's just like.
I can leave
Like
this
a
one.
mosquito noise.
My intuition is saying, let's just go straight through and ignore this. Like, we didn't see this room.
You just go.
Can I secure an advantage by holding my
We're like putting on blinders. Like horses over here.
We didn't see anything, we swear.
No.
Just like tip my hat to the mushroom real fast, like gonna goodbye.
day,
Like
good
tip it and also
Goodbye.
cover my eyes.
Nothing to see here.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
sure.
Who's leading that?
I can.
I can also, if you want. Okay.
Nope,
cool.
he's got to
Don't
roll
worry.
his 10s.
I gotta roll my 10, but this time the 2. Okay, perfect. Roll on the following table. Of course, I would love to. What could happen? What could possibly go wrong? 24.
What were you using?
Wits. Mark progress and reveal a danger. I just have no idea what the danger could be.
Oh, well, we have an oracle for that, so it'll be good.
Do you have to?
You don't have to. You can do whatever you want if you want.
Oh,
to not.
true. We could just envision the danger.
I don't like Sarah having that much control.
No. First it was the ladder, and then it was pulsating mushroom. Let's trust in the oracle.
You guys have never had me GM before, so just think this is a taste of the terrors I would put you through. Okay, we'll roll. Since that seems to be popular. A discovery undermines or complicates your quest. Undermine. Look at that pun.
I imagine that this is the only place that we
The
can
only place, actually.
Yeah.
It's the only place with the mushroom, because
We
the
have to
mushroom
harvest
only
the
grows
mushroom for
on
cinnabar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what
There's
if
a
you
reason
have
why
to
they
mine the
sent us
mushroom?
there.
The mushroom
Mm.
like gets cinnabar into it, and so you mine the mushroom.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah,
you
so
can't
maybe
mine
you-
cinnabar.
Renewable
in-
resource.
You
Yeah.
go into the other room and you see that that's just like another storage room, and that has like notes from whoever was like the foreman last, and it's like, we've noticed some strange activity with the cinnabar. It it has to be collected after it's been processed by the mushroom, blah 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 blah. And that's when you're like, great. People have been disappearing, but no big deal.
Classic. Don't know where Joe went last week, but who cares?
Joe started writing in blood and then disappeared. I wonder when he's coming back.
I'm not worried. Still need this cinnabar. Okay.
That's what happened.
So we're at 8?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Could risk it.
I feel like we should
have to.
risk it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I can describe the scene and then you can you can find it.
Sure.
Okay. So I imagine that once we learn this, we come back and we start like tenderly poking this mushroom mass. And I think it sort of like quivers and moves out of the way. Like it doesn't like being touched.
Ooh, if you touch it, it beats with your own heart. Like you can.
You're welcome.
You can feel your heartbeat stronger too.
Yeah.
It's like
Your heartbeat matches it. It
Yeah,
doesn't.
Maybe
Right.
a little,
Like, you
a little,
feel your heartbeat
a
stutter to
nosebleed
match it.
action.
Yeah.
A little nosebleed action.
oh god, it's like a terrible head rush.
Yeah, and I think that like I don't know, maybe you find a little spot where you can peek through the mushroom and you see that this like pillar of mushroom is actually just like covering like a not even really like cinnabar. I think that it's just like solid quicksilver
Mhm.
in a pillar form, and this mushroom has like grown up and all around it. So they don't really mine the cinnabar; they just mine the mushroom that like gets quicksilver into it,
Yeah.
and for some reason it beats with a heart.
Because it's an anti-troll. A nega-troll.
Oh my god, we
Okay.
still need to find one.
Oh yeah, gosh. It summons a Negatroll when we fail this.
Who wants to roll? Locate your
I-
objective.
I can. I think
Is
Cindyr's
it
like
worth getting like aid for the roll? Or no? That's too dangerous.
I don't know if you can
You
Can you
can.
aid on
Secure.
progress?
for a progress roll?
Maybe?
Can you secure an advantage?
No, I mean
No.
you
No.
can't make another move, not a progress move, but
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Alright, Cindier.
I think Cindyr's like getting a little crazed. He's like he can feel like the whole thing with
Mm.
the mushroom, and he can feel like his joints stiffening, like he's
You
got
touch
terrible
it and it
arthritis.
doesn't. Your heartbeat doesn't.
It like
change 'cause
doesn't
it's-
affect
yeah.
me.
'cause it
and like
just touch you.
it's almost like, you know, you get like like a rash, but it's like flakes of stone are starting to appear on his skin.
I think they call that eczema.
I
there's a
know,
cream
yeah,
for
yeah.
that.
It's like eczema, but much worse.
Mm.
And he like just pulls out his dagger and is like, I don't have time for this. And then like
Sit here, no.
just starts hacking off a piece of it as
I feel like
quickly as possible.
dying mushroom noises happen when this is
Hopefully, no one
happening.
was touching it when you started doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was assuming no one was.
Okay, just please don't miss. Okay, good.
Weak hit. All right. So
On a weak hit, you locate your objective, but face an unforeseen hazard or complication. Envision
The
what you
fungus
find.
is angry. It doesn't want you taking it.
The Negatroll appears.
Oh,
Attack
the
with the
control appears.
fungus. It calls the Negatroll to attack us. Yeah, I think all of those are valid.
Well,
I was
Logan,
thinking
you're in
it could
charge of the
release like
scene.
terrible spores.
Ooh, no. It doesn't release spores. The fungus is actually just a benign fungus, so that's fine. But you do hear like a cackling behind you, coming out of that. Not coming up behind it. Actually, just like a dark shape falls from the ceiling behind you and just like
jeez.
lands on all four behind you and stands up. And it's like 3 times your size, but it's so lithe and skinny. And it starts cackling, and it sounds like it speaks in the same cadence as trolls speak, but it is insane sounding. And it just
More than regular
More
trolls?
than regular
more
troll.
maybe it's actually like a posh British accent. It's like, what are you doing there with my mushroom? No.
That's
no, but
how
it's
we
like-
know it's not a normal
Yeah.
troll. It sounds way too fancy.
I say.
You put that mushroom back where you found it.
Unhand my mushroom, you villain!
No, I don't even think it speaks. I think it just like reaches out and like grabs the fungus that you have so far and like takes it from you.
Cynthia is not letting go. Cynthia's like, brings out the dagger and is like, I think he just goes right to trying to stab it.
All right.
And I think
let's
we
fight
should
this
take a
Negatroll.
break.
Take a break.
Yeah, take
And
a
then
break.
fight this Negatroll.
Negatroll.
Cynthia's got the crazy eye. The serious crazy eye right now. Cynthia is unhinged.
You have a level of trauma. Unhinged.
Yes. Most definitely. Most definitely. All right. We'll see y'all in about 10 minutes or so.
And we're back
Huzzah.
to fight a troll.
I want my fungus. Give me back my mushroom.
Okay, I could see two things here. You could either just enter the fray and fight this troll, or you could just face a danger, the danger being the troll is taking the fungus. Keep the fungus. If you don't want to just fight it immediately.
Good options. Good options.
I guess
I don't know. What does the other group want to do? Sindir just wants the mushrooms.
So is your intent to keep the mushroom or to kill the troll?
My intent is to keep the mushroom. He's just like
Okay.
stabbing at the hand. He's like just slashing at the troll's hand to
So
get it to
maybe,
let go
yeah,
of the
face
mushroom.
danger does sound good.
Okay.
Iron.
Yeah.
Face danger. Iron.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's totally speed, agility, or precision.
It's forceful defense shot.
Shut up. Or aggressive action. All right, get ready for this really great face danger roll that's about to happen with my weakest stat. Actually, maybe, I don't know. I think it's one of my weakest. Miss!
Oh.
Woo! Let me mark
Okay.
my track.
Nice.
Get some progress on that sweet failure track. All right. And
I have a great idea.
dramatic and costly turn of events. Pay the price.
Yeah, I think that you go to stab this troll, but like you stab him and it's like there's like you accidentally just like slice through him. Like he has very little substance and you just like slice his hand off. But then like by the time it hits the ground, like it's already sprouting again from his arm.
Classic troll.
Okay.
Mega
All right.
troll.
And then he probably punches you in the face.
Probably.
Or no, I think he actually
he
just
just takes the mushroom.
I think he just like instead of taking the mushroom, he now just is like, well, if you want the mushroom, you're going in the pillar, and then he just pushes you into the pillar.
Y'all think I'm mean.
No, I know Logan's mean.
This is the logic of a troll. He's like, the fungus is going back one way or another. Either you're going with it or not.
Okay, so should I face danger again or suffer harm or stress from being too close to the pillar? Do I have to pay a price?
Stress?
Yeah,
maybe?
before you react.
Because I've already done my action, and I fail technically. So really, he should keep the mushroom.
He is. He's shoving
Yes.
it in the mushroom with you.
Yeah.
The mushroom gets to keep the mushroom.
Yeah,
And
The mushroom gets to keep the mushroom. Maybe, yeah, maybe he pushes me into the mushroom, and the mushroom like holds me.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'll suffer. I think that's more mental stress.
yeah, probably.
Really, Cindy's so on the edge right now.
And you just hear that heartbeat noise.
How much stress do we think that is?
Probably 2. Like
2.
I would say that's not really a him. That's more of a formidable of the dungeon, which was 2, I think, right?
Yeah.
Or was it 1?
2.
Formidable's actually 3.
Oh, 3. It is.
Wait, but I took 1.
Yeah,
That's because the rats were troublesome, I thought.
Yeah.
Oh.
You gotta get all your descriptors correct. Numerically correct.
I
I was
think
trying to
3
help you
stress
out.
makes sense. Cinder's kind of...
Wired.
Yes,
on the
it's
edge.
fine. It's fine. Okay, I'll take the
Traumatized.
3 stress, and I will endure stress. And guess what? I'm at 0, so let's
Oh,
really hope I
boy.
don't miss. Spirit or heart, whichever
Get
is higher.
corrupted.
Guess what? Heart's better by 1.
Oh no.
That's when you know you're in a bad spot.
Oh, God.
Oh, no!
Oh no!
Okay.
Shaken or
Okay.
corrupted.
Suffer -1 momentum. Also mark shaken or corrupted.
Okay. We'll mark shaken, because I don't want a Bane. I don't want a corrupted Bane right now. I don't think that's appropriate for this dungeon. Oh, let me mark my failure track. Catching up to Logan. And I think Sindir is just like I don't he's like mind melding with this mushroom right now and is just totally comatose.
I think the troll's just watching, like, yes, this is all working out.
And
this
he's
is how
making
you
no
make other Negatrolls, probably. So
like he's not he's
God.
not doing anything. Oh my gosh, maybe you see like weird red like magic is starting to like go
Your
through
veins
his
are-
veins.
yeah.
Like my face, like the blood veins are like
Well, the
popping
good
out
news
and they're starting
is
to glow a little bit.
this could be counteracting the basilisk thing.
or you just
Maybe.
turn into
Or
a
it's a
Shinabar
requirement
person.
for it. What if he's like, finally, someone came down here who had this. I can make a partner for me.
Oh god. Okay.
Welcome to being a negative.
So it's the ball's in y'all's court now because
right.
Cinder's out.
I feel like Haleth sees this happen and is like, the closest thing I have to a father figure. No! She runs to the mushroom. The glaive part, the tip of the glaive in her hand, and is just like hacking, a Sindir shaped.
What if you instead made a fan and it was so strong it sucked him off of the pillar?
Don't
Don't tempt her.
I could use my flail, spin it fast enough, it chops through the mushroom like it would, a rotating saw blade.
Without hitting Sindir.
Without hitting Sindir, because
Sindir.
I do it like a foot above him and a foot on the side.
So you're cutting into the mushroom?
Yeah, I'm cutting into the
I think the
mushroom.
troll then just pushes you into the mushroom.
Well, so face
I think you
danger.
should face danger, yeah.
Hold on.
No, let me
Face
push the whole
danger.
party into this mushroom.
No. But no.
I don't think
Okay.
you should sit this one out as Magni.
Oh no, I was
Just-
about to
okay.
join.
All
in,
right.
yeah.
What do we think this is? Is this speed, agility, or precision, or forceful, aggressive action?
Yes.
That?
Either.
Yeah, either.
I
It could
think
be-
I'm
yep.
going more. I'm more like he can take a little.
I
nickel,
like
too.
if you roll with iron, I think you have
Yeah.
more of a chance of paying the price by like not being precise versus if you roll edge.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. Strong hit.
Nice.
He
Take
falls like a
+1
blob to the
momentum.
ground.
Yeah. He's still got mushroom chunks like
Like
melding
I'm
into
still
him.
comatose, but am disengaged from the mushroom.
I feel like we have mushroom bits all over you, so we don't even need to harvest mushroom anymore because
I am
you're-
mushroom. You just have to take me
Hmm.
back. You'll
Yeah.
just refine my whole body. It'll be fine. It's two birds with one stone.
Feed you to the basilisk. Bam.
Yeah, just
Whoa.
feed me to the basilisk. There we go.
Great. Yeah, and Haleth just wheels around and is like, Mama Bear.
Well, okay.
What do y'all want to do?
So
think-
Lana's just gonna see this, turn around to Magni and be like, do your troll stuff, mumbo jumbo stuff. Just to fix this, please. You're our
I got
expert.
this. I'll need some mud.
We need the expert troll negotiator in
I'll
here.
pluck like a piece of dry mud off my body.
I think
Troll
that
negotiator.
Magni will now see a troll in a pillar, and he'll do the one thing he knows what to do.
Mhm.
I think he's going to invoke on this pillar.
Mm-hmm.
More magic.
Good thing I got him out of that pillar first.
If
I
I
just
didn't
want
think this
to work.
situation could get any worse, of course Magni's gonna invoke. Let me just summon some crows real quick. I'll do a quick augur. We'll see if we can get a crow mother in here.
No, it'll be great. Look at that! I rolled a 1 and a 2, but I rolled a 3, so it still worked out.
Hey, nice.
I hate my rolls. Okay. So, what I do is I now... What the heck? On a strong hit, add the value of your action die. 1. Great.
To what?
To my essence track.
Oh.
And then I may then secure an advantage or face danger plus essence to create minor magical effects or illusions.
Illusions.
How is that helping us again?
Oh,
It's a
because
troll
now,
thing.
yeah, it's a troll thing. You just want to get it.
I have it, and you don't.
Because then
He's
think,
a negatroll, though. Does it still count?
That's what we'll see, I think.
almost certainly. So I could see either two things. I could make an illusion. I could make you look unmushroomy, and maybe the troll would just let us leave because you're not taking mushroom with you. Or I could make it like it's like sparks at his face, and he's distracted, and we can like kill him.
Run.
Or run.
Yeah. I think not fighting the Negatroll is probably a good idea.
Like, can we
So
cave
let's-
him in? Like, just like bar the egg. Like, run. Light the toxic fumes on fire. Blast the cave closed.
Whoa, that went from not fighting the troll to like
Burying it alive?
Yeah, real quick.
No one's gonna ever be able to get Cinnabar again.
No, I think it'll just like spark in his face and like blind him or something.
And we can run.
Yeah, so I'll secure an advantage of us getting out. Like
Yeah,
maybe
for
could I
our
do that
escape
on
the
the
depths.
escape depths?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I
So
roll
Lana
plus
and I are holding
essence.
Sindir by his legs and hands.
Yes. So secure an advantage plus essence. I don't know if that doesn't make sense. Oh wow, it has it right there. This it has everything.
These character sheets are very well designed.
Just could I roll anything but a 1 on an action die?
Burn that momentum.
Burn it.
Look how much
Burn it.
momentum you have. For once. Burn it.
I know, yeah. Wait, okay, so if I do great, suffer that and on a hit, great, burn, and I get plus a momentum, so I'm back up to something.
One, I
should-
think. Or maybe 2.
You can give the momentum to somebody else too, if you want.
Does anyone else have a lot of momentum?
I have a lot.
I have 4.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I'll reset. I'll burn down to 0. I'll give one of you can take the momentum.
I'll take it.
It probably makes sense for Solana to take it since.
And then I yell, run!
Yep. And we find the fastest way out. I assume.
There's an escalator.
So I'll roll plus edge. Okay. Yeah.
Look at these action
Look at
dice!
that.
Is a weak hit okay?
Let's find out.
On a weak hit, you find your way out, but this place exacts its price. Choose one. You're weary or wounded. The experience leaves you shaken. You're delayed, and it costs you. You leave behind something important.
Sindir.
Sindir, me. I like the last one.
A denizen plots their revenge.
I
like that a
one as well.
lot.
Yeah, that's good.
I think we have a couple people plotting revenge against us these days.
We really do.
We need an ongoing list.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, we'll have the Negatroll plot their revenge against us. How do you think we make it out? What's the fastest way out of the cave system? Do we find a shortcut? Or
Not
do we
the
just...
way we came.
Not the way.
No.
Maybe that part where we see as a thoroughfare, there's like we can follow the other end of that. Like we know that into the mine it was kind of closed off, but if we backtrack, it like opens out into the mountains, and we're like,
Yeah, maybe it has an opening, on like the other side of the mountain, or like like a natural. There is a natural opening on another side, and so we just have to make our way around, which isn't too difficult.
At least we're not in these mines anymore.
Right.
Screw these mines, really.
Okay, cool. So we get out.
jellied sin deer and all.
I imagine once we're out of the mines, like the mushrooms, like they're not doing the weird pulsy thing, and like Cindier is maybe
The sunlight
looking a little better.
stops the mushrooms. They may be like
Like they're
dry.
away from the pillar, so they don't have the same sort of like magic essence anymore.
Maybe we'll just like scrape it off of you too, and like store it in a bag somewhere so that it's safe.
I was
And then
thinking
we
we could
wash our
probably just feed the
hands.
mushrooms to the basilisk.
Yeah.
Maybe they like the mushrooms. That's like the one non-rock thing they eat.
Or like mix it into some sand.
Milkshake.
What's
Little
this new
basilisk
flavor? I've never tasted
Oh, my
this
milkshakes bring the
before.
basilisk to the yard.
It's the yard, and they're like, it's better than that.
Oh, that was terrible. I'm sorry for inflicting that on you.
Well, do we just go straight there? You're on a time limit, aren't you?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, how do we
am, but
assess
I don't know if I'm
what's-
really ready to deal with a basilisk either.
Well, we could just like toss it the bag, you know? Be like, here.
Is that gonna
eat this.
work?
What
They
if we
are
don't-
intelligent.
We don't tell you. We just blindfold you and knock you out. Like, it's gonna be okay.
I don't think you need to knock me out like that. I appreciate the need to get out your aggression on me, but
You're welcome.
How likely is it that like these mushrooms taste really good to basilisks? So like they eat them readily,
willingly.
but they are poison. It's like
We can roll. for that.
chocolate to a dog or something.
I think it's like 50-50.
50-50. Got it.
So do they readily eat them?
Is it tasty snack?
Is it a tasty snack?
we
Yes,
can
it
just-
is.
Toss it into this camp and problem solved.
It's the tastiest little basilisk snack. Well, one of y'all have to find it and then not get noticed by it before you.
We just like get slingshots and like sling mushroom bits.
Get a trebuchet.
Just have Asa drop it onto the camp.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Ooh,
Do we think Asa's big enough?
4.
Or can't fly.
I mean, sure, yeah. I don't know how much mushrooms do we think it is.
We could also go into the
Asa-
camp and be like, "Oh, mighty basilisk, we're sorry we killed your entire family. We've brought
Please
you
accept
this
this
gift."
Trojan
Tasty
mushroom.
snack as
The other
tribute.
question is, do we think that it just straight up kills the basilisk, or it just makes it weak enough that we can fight it and kill it?
I think it turns the basilisk to stone.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
To metal.
metal.
Or stone. Either one.
Yeah.
I think it straight up kills, mainly because I don't want to fight another basilisk.
No, they're terrifying. Here, we
Okay.
can say it's likely that it straight up kills it.
Okay.
Oh.
Nope. Nope, it doesn't. Actually.
Why did we roll? Why?
Because, well, we were thinking, what did we make? We made the little ones, like, they were
They were hard.
extreme,
Yeah.
weren't they? So the mama's epic, which, like, you can't just kill an epic threat with one little
No.
bag of
Ooh, I
Nasties.
like this. What if it's
Poison
not
mushrooms.
what if it's not like a deadly poison, but like it turns their eyes metal
That's
or
what I
something,
was-
and then they can't blind
That's
you
what I was
anymore.
thinking too, yeah.
Like it blinds them, and they can no longer turn things to stone.
Yep.
So then they're just a big lizard.
Yep.
Yeah, just a big lizard. Isn't that just what a wyvern or a dragon is? Just a
It's
big lizard.
a big blind lizard.
Yeah, I was thinking like it could reduce the difficulty of the basilisk.
Yeah, and if, like effectively, it would be like giving it hot, like a condition, like shaken something for
Mhm.
eating.
Okay.
Well, I guess in that case we can't just go straight there then, because you are not prepared. We're all unprepared.
We're all
I mean,
unprepared. But what are we gonna get? Are we gonna get any
Sindir can
supply?
pull it together, but he's in a rough spot.
Yeah, just pull it together. What does that give you?
Pull it
What is-
together.
What does shaken give you?
Make the move.
It's just another condition. I have 3 conditions now.
What?
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Wounded, shaken, and unprepared. So my burn momentum right now, I go to negative momentum.
Excellent.
You know, you could always let Magni try and heal you.
It's
Oh, wait, no.
success-
True.
that-
You're the only one
I'm
who
so
hasn't done
worried,
it
but
yet.
like I
You
need
have-
this healing, so I think I'm gonna take it.
Actually, no, I can't, because it only gets rid of the wounded condition, and the wounded condition is you were trying to heal at this guy, and your consequence was that we needed to get the supplies.
Right, yeah, okay. That's true.
It can't get rid of shaken. It can only do wounded.
Okay. Well, I think once y'all like scrape the mushrooms off and we're out of the cave for a little bit, kind of making our way back closest to the town, Sindir does start to like come back, and he does still have crazy eye.
I'm just thinking about how the Crow Mother happened and then this happened.
And he looks really like just exhausted. But he does start to like I start like walking on my own and maybe leaning on Haleth a little bit, but not having to be carried anymore.
I'm like, you're okay. Shake it off.
Haleth, I am not okay right now. But
Some fresh air will do you good.
I don't want to say we've been through worse because I'm not sure at the moment, but we're gonna
This
do
is
our
Haleth's
damnedest.
best attempt to cheer you up.
What? When do you roll face desolation?
Great question. Hopefully not after I've done anything.
It just says when you are brought to
Brought
the
to the
brink of desolation.
I
That's
think that
the death of stress. That's stress death.
And when do you roll
Hmm.
stress death?
When
probably when you roll at 0 and you roll on the oracle. Because
yeah, there's an endure stress oracle. If you get 1 through 10, then you have to face desolation there.
There's an endure stress. Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Wait, so should
Stress
you have
death.
rolled on that?
No,
Nope.
because you have to get shaken and corrupted before you even have a chance to roll on the endure stress oracle.
No, you can choose. It
I
says
guess you
or.
could choose to roll on the death
You
oracle.
could choose to roll on the oracle, but you probably don't. I mean, corrupted's pretty bad.
It's pretty
bad. But
I
if,
see.
for
Okay.
instance, both of those were already filled up, you
Yeah.
have to roll on the oracle, and then you have a chance of death.
So pretty resilient we are. Got it.
Yes.
Death is not likely, but the consequences along the way almost make you wish you had died. So
Feels bad.
take it from me.
This is coming from a man just hacked out of a living mushroom.
Who's on his way to death by petrification.
Who is
You could have taken the troll magic, but you didn't want it. Look where you've ended up.
It didn't make sense. The troll
Look at her.
magic does
She's
really
walking around
know
just
how to
fine.
Stop petrification. No one else had the same problem as me. Okay, well, do we want to fight that basilisk then,
Yeah.
or do we want to save that for next week? Next time.
Do we want to go through the village and just be like, we're alive, onto the basilisk? Or no, we don't care about the village.
We
They're
could
gonna come
also
at us.
make camp.
Don't we have to
Might
roll
be
supply
good.
to make camp?
We can try.
We could try.
Who wants to take up their failure track?
I'll do it.
I was gonna say I can do it, yeah.
Okay, you can do it.
I haven't taken my
Sindir
failure
ain't doing
track.
nothing right now.
Alright, guys. Miracle play. Make that camp. Haleth, in her attempt to be most helpful, sets Sindir down, starts making a fire, and it's like everything will be fine after we just take a little break, have a little fire. Remember with the goodness in
Have
the
a little
world.
nap. Have a
Have a
little
little
snack.
nap. Have a little
This
snack.
is going to be a miss.
It is not. I refuse. I believe in this role, and it's gonna be awesome.
Okay, that's pretty good. Good job.
Just look at that action. Look at those rolls.
Yep.
1, 10, 2.
A 1, a 2, and a 10. Oh god, it's terrible.
You could have been literally anywhere between them. The action die didn't matter, except for a 1.
Hey, but we got a weak hit, which no one believed was possible. Looking at you, Abby. Okay.
Okay,
So
so
I
I
think
think
it
we're
was
gonna.
probable.
We should partake, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, totally. Reduce our supply to negative.
Oh,
Alright.
I need to take health, so I will do that.
I will relax. And can you
yeah,
go?
I'm gonna relax.
Can you gain spirit with shaken, or is it
That's
like
a
unprepared?
Great question.
I think unprepared's
think
the
so.
only one that's like that.
I
But
feel like
let's look.
that it might be.
Yeah, I feel like unprepared is the only one like that. Because you can still gain health while you're wounded.
Yes. Okay.
So, and they're functionally the same. One's just for spirit. I'm just a mess right now.
How do you clear shaken? Is it just through sojourn?
Probably just sojourning.
Jeez.
They added a new one in Delve, which is like you can take a break, and then it clears all conditions.
Excuse me.
But the idea is like you rest for a significant period of time, like a month, a couple months. So it's really good because it resets you, but it takes a long time. So if you're doing like the threat track, it's gonna take up the threat track for sure.
Oh no, it is. If you're wounded, you cannot increase health. If you're shaken, you cannot increase spirit. And if you're unprepared, you cannot increase
no.
supply.
Oh.
Page
so,
37 of the rulebook.
We should really have read that book.
Okay.
I don't
So
think
you're
we've
at-
ever broken that though, because every
So
time
you're
you've
at
healed
0
somebody.
supply,
Shut
0
up,
health.
kid. I have a bone to pick with you right now.
Are you at 0 everything?
No, I'm not at 0 everything.
Aren't you wounded and shaken?
I am, but
So
I
then
got wounded while I was at 2 health
Okay.
because I didn't take health damage.
Mm-hmm.
That would be bad because then you would just close to death.
So there's looking.
Okay,
pretty
so I'm
bad.
not gonna relax because I can't. I'm just
You
too
can't.
messed up.
You can't relax.
I'm just.
Aelith is speaking to you in like
Complete-
quiet words.
Cinder's
It's
not
gonna be
listening.
okay.
So let's see what Cinder can do.
You can
he can't
focus.
recuperate. He can't partake of. He can't relax. He can
He can
only
prepare.
focus or prepare. But we're not undertaking a journey, so
No.
there's no point.
Yep.
So he can only focus.
Does that bring you up to 0 momentum?
I'm at 1 momentum. Thank you.
Woo!
+1 momentum.
We're doing great.
It'll be fine.
Y'all are doing all right.
We're gonna have to hide him under a bush.
I mean, maybe you should take Magni's healing if you're wounded.
But it
clears wounded.
Heal can clear wound. It can't heal shaken.
Yeah, but we just said that it doesn't make
narrative sense.
Oh yeah.
Because I was trying to
He
clear
needs the special thing.
the petrification.
This is your
so
price.
I need. It's not just like a
Boy,
wound.
is it building.
It's not
into
actually
huge
a
price.
wound. We could imagine that it's
Right,
petrification
yeah.
is actually the word there.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, I'm doing great. I have full
awesome.
health, full spirit.
I have 3 health, 4 spirit.
You can leave the charge. Cindy,
0 momentum.
9 momentum. So
I
That's
have
pretty
only
good.
4 momentum.
Cindy's thinking about just staying back at camp.
So I can pretty much guarantee us that strong hit as long as we get to the end of the fight.
Now that you've said that, you're going to roll 10, 10.
Yep.
I believe in you, Abby.
Thanks.
The
So
odds
are we
are-
planning, we'll leave that fight for next time and we can open with that? Is that the plan, or are we going to do it now?
I think we should go back to town and wait overnight and then go fight it in the morning
Mm-hmm.
so that I can dance under the moon.
Okay.
We just made camp.
Oh, well then let's just camp overnight.
Yeah.
I guess that's how camping works.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to sneak out of town so you can dance in the moonlight.
Oh,
you
I
know?
would do
You
it
can just-
broad and center, right in the middle. Everyone can watch me. That's how I met What's-Her-Face, and she turned out to be the avatar of a goddess. So
Tana. Yeah, what happened to Tana?
Oh,
I feel
we
like we
left
left Tana at Rockfield.
she was
I
like,
think we
you
did.
know, that doesn't sound like a fun place to be, so I'm not going to go.
Varu don't do well in creepy minds, so you guys can handle this. Great. Okay. We all camp. And we recover as much as we can of anything that we can.
Going great.
All right. Are you gonna dance under the moonlight, Logan?
Boy, am I.
Magni,
A
dancey
bam.
boy.
Nice.
Weak hit. That was for bind. What does bind get me? I don't even remember my own assets. On a
'cause they're
1,
so
endure
complicated.
stress. Okay, great,
Oh.
perfect. No big deal.
How many? 1?
2.
2.
Just weak hits all over the place. Great. What does this get me? I press on. Perfect.
Yep.
I think that's it, except for also doing leech. So I'm just gonna roll that one real quick as well. Weak hit. Wow, just nothing but weak hits. Well, that's great. That one just counts as a debility. So now I'm done.
Join
we
the club.
haven't summoned anything, so that's
No, it's good. Yeah, it's good.
all that I look for.
I know. Never thought I'd be afraid of using my ability because it's relatively harmless. Just summon some crows. But you know, not after that whole crow mother thing. I don't know if I ever want to use that skill. just very anxious about the possibilities. Thanks to Logan.
Well, Sean, once you fill up your failure track, you can clear an asset and put it towards something else.
True.
You took that because of the Crow Mother, though.
I know, I did. I will use it. I'm joking. You can't stop me.
Only you can stop yourself.
I'm doing very good at that right now, actually. It's just A+ for effort.
All right,
Alright.
so I think we'll leave that fight because it'll probably be a big one.
Mm.
And
And
pick
then-
up in 2 weeks.
Yep. And
But
then once
Delve,
we finish,
so fun.
Very fun.
Yeah,
I liked the taking
plus
turns
plus.
method
yeah, that was good.
for co-op.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing to try and do for co-op in general.
It helps
fit it into
because 4
others.
people is a lot to argue about stuff. So it helps if people just are like mini GMs for parts.
Argue. We A
make
big
bad
curve.
things happen to people.
We like to
We
make
argue
ourselves
about the
suffer.
bad things that happen to people.
We do. We
Sean didn't
we-
want the mayor to be a troll, so I had to have a troll hurt him.
Yeah,
Now we're
that's
even.
fine.
You were
Logan doesn't get mad. He gets even the next time.
yeah. Oh no, Logan gets mad and he gets even. I think you were
He's like,
outvoted by
"Sarah-
It wasn't
Sarah-
just me.
Sarah
Yeah, I've
made
been
me
even.
go
I've
up
got
a ladder.
even with you. Okay, the other two got it coming. I threw rats at her, and I made her ladder into some weird shit.
It's
No.
okay.
Yeah.
Next week we get to play Blades in the Dark.
Logan
and
gets
we'll
to be
just
in
see
jail.
what gets to happen.
Where Sean gets to feel in control.
Where Sean gets to feel in control.
Not that Sean is in control. He just
Nope.
feels in control.
Barely. Hanging on by the skin of my
We're like,
teeth.
we're gonna resist that consequence. I'm gonna take 3 flashbacks.
I did get to shoot Logan, so that's something.
That is something, yeah. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And then he got to arrest me as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now he's in jail. Poor Duchess. She's had a rough couple days.
She's doing fine. She's just summering
She's
down south.
thriving.
Yes. She unexpectedly thrives.
She's had something pop up. Just had to take a week or two.
Something came up on the calendar.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spa week. Spa month. Alright.
What are we even doing? We're getting
We just broke into a place.
Benny.
to free
Just
somebody.
the
started a
Takarosi
heist.
back.
Yes.
Yes.
Just started a heist.
Very fun. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll be back next week for that, next Tuesday. And thank you all for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Thanks for hanging
Bye.
out with us.
Bye.
Thanks for hanging out.
Bye.